Hey folks, welcome back to Raven's Realm, a podcast about tabletop games. We didn't do our pre-flight checklist, but I think we're good to go. We had that for last time. Chris's face is like, oh shit. But yeah, here we are, another consistent week of Dungeon World, which never misses its schedule, is never delayed for any reason whatsoever. I'm your GM, storyteller, whatever you call it, Brandon Tomlinson. And yeah, here is our cast. Chris, take it away.
Hey, I'm Chris. I'll be playing Skyer Woodfellow, the Witch.
Justin.
Hey, this is Justin Bourne, acting for the Giga Lad Chat Squatch Waterloo Barbarian.
Extraordinaire.
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 Oh, it finished that for him. Okay, there he goes.
Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I'll be playing Hero, the Hexblade.
Sweet deal. Kai.
Hi, I'm Kai. I'll be playing Niobe Crane, daughter of the Medusa.
Sweet. Justin, is there a chance that your internet is garbage this week?
I don't know. How's it sounding? Has this been breaking up the whole time, or is it just at the end of that one? I might have released the key too quickly.
Sometimes you go into like a PowerPoint mode with your face,
Neat.
but it is an amusing PowerPoint.
Interesting. Let me check my speed real quick.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Well, yeah, previously on campaign I am calling the Savior Cycle, whether or not that's actually ends up being the good name for it at the end of it all, we'll see. But yeah, our hero and its companions were at the edge of a forest, a jungle even, and finally made it to Zulun, where they had been trying to get since they left Greenland, frankly, all those sessions ago, after an apartment was abruptly, I don't want to say teleported, transported, whatever, into the middle of Greenland, where they had their crises. They were trying to get to Zulun. They ended up going through the mountains. They're trying to leave the mountain. They ended up in Corsten. And then finally, we're here at the jungle. They might have gone to the beach, actually, before they left Corsten, but you know what? That's a bloody story for another time. Well, for like 2 episodes ago, frankly. Here we go. It's jungle time, y'all. So, Justin's face is gone. I assume it's a camera thing, and he's not actually gone.
Oh, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Definitely here. I'm just trying to get it set up.
Sweet. Okay.
And just to clarify, when we made camp, does that heal us up at all any? Or it does a little bit, right? I don't know if we already
Half
did
your
that.
max HP.
Yes.
In positive.
Okay,
HP.
I did that. Okay. And then, okay. Got it. Okay, I'm good.
Sweet. All right. Y'all are kind of where the plane starts to roll into the jungle of Zillan. Y'all didn't enter the jungle yet. I was kind of like, hey, I was gotta wait, saving that for next time. And so we kind of just set up camp on the outskirts after y'all's battle with the land anglerfish. My own janky reimagining of a land shark, Ule type of thing. Didn't TPK the whole party. And yeah, here we are. You are on the edge of a jungle. It is kind of humid and hot here, not unlike, frankly, most of us are experienced with Houston. Kind of like Houston in June this year. What are y'all doing?
Hero will awaken from his kind of like trance off state. Look towards Niobe. Are you ready to see your mother?
I'm really never ready to see my mother, but I guess now is as good a time as it can be. The question is, are you guys ready to see a goddess that will not be as forthcoming or as kind as the previous godlike creatures that we have met so far. Because, like, truly mentally prepare yourselves. Physically, mentally, like, let's get it together, because I'm going to come in, like, with my bow pointed at her, and I need reciprocal energy from everybody else so I don't look like a major wimp in front of my mom.
Maybe I could further prepare just by getting more details on your mother. Why is she this way?
If I knew that, we probably wouldn't have as many issues as we do have. She's old. She's kind of haggish. She, I mean, it's her realm. She thinks she can do whatever she wants. She doesn't answer to anybody. She's been in power for such a long time. She kind of likes things her way, and if people don't agree with her, she kind of just gets rid of them. Kind of like she got rid of me, so.
So she can't be reasonable, huh? There's no
Can
talking
be
it out with
reasonable?
her.
No.
But Skyer's very old, but he's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Sky is not also not a god. No offense, but like you're not a god.
Well, speaking of me, I'm wondering, do you still have that device that Jables gave you?
Oh, you mean the gem?
Yes.
I do have that. Yes.
That should be helpful, right?
Yes, I think the idea of threatening her with it may be actually more helpful than actually using it.
Did we figure out what the gem did?
Not really. He just said it would help. I said I wanted to control my mother because she's annoying, and he said, here you go, this'll help.
Oh,
And we kind of just didn't ask questions. So,
I guess we can threaten to control her. Would you like to do the honors?
yeah, let's like lead up to that, you know? She's not being reasonable.
Oh.
It would be kind of fun to control my mother. God, why am I feeling so conflicted about this? It must be genetics.
Well, she is your mother. She created you. Did she not?
Was he always bad?
Yeah, but like, she created me, I left a year later, kind of built my own life. She only kind of like whispered in the back of my mind to be like, don't eat all the people you see, and that's kind of a lot of the guidance that I got from her. So.
Do you know if she has any kind of weakness?
No, not really, not more than...
How do we fight her without looking her in the
Idea.
eyes?
This is something that I didn't want to tell anybody, but I don't know if it'd even be helpful. If you have anything that is bronze, stab her with the bronze. Don't stab me with the bronze or I will kill you regardless. But that is good against her. Not me, against her.
So I was thinking maybe we could like solder the bronze all over my claws.
Do you have bronze? Because I can't touch it, so I don't have bronze. Also, the mirror thing is a lie. It's not true. She won't turn herself to stone. We're not that stupid. We've been evolving for aeons. But the bronze is real.
Is it the color bronze or the material?
I think it must be the metal.
Oh.
There's definitely been some people with knockoff shitty earrings that could have been bronze that came into my shop, and that didn't really affect me, so I'm going to assume that it has to be the real alloy.
Maybe the gem is bronze. Probably not.
No, I've been touching it. Brandon, is the gem bronze?
It is not.
Okay, good.
It is a white, solid, kind of white, not quite glowing crystal.
Maybe if we rub it into the dirt, it will appear bronze to your mother and then she'd be even more frightened.
despite how much I hate her, she's not stupid.
No.
You know? Like,
Maybe
we
we
do
just
have
hit her
to,
with it.
like, really think about this. Like, to be honest, if we go in there wanting to fight her, it's not going to go well. We have to leverage something above her, convince her, find out information along our way as we get towards the temple. Like,
May I
or
see
maybe
the
she's
gem?
just old and weak now. I haven't seen her in, what, half a century?
Oh,
She could be dumb and frail now, but I really doubt it.
that's a long time. May I see this gem?
Yeah, I'll pull it out and just like hold it in my palm.
I didn't know you were that old, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm. What, do I not look 95?
Oh. Just not a day over?
Good, because I'm actually 203, so.
Jesus.
May I look at the gem and try to figure out what it is? Maybe its connection to the savior cycle? I'm asking Brandon here.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you already got the gem from her.
Oh, she has it out, I guess. So I'm not gonna take it out of her hand. Just doing a look. Maybe like lift it up, put it back.
Sure. Throw spot lore.
Ooh.
How
3
does this always
for our
happen?
audio listeners.
Did he give us bad information? Is he a lying robot?
As you start to look into it, you feel yourself drifting towards it, almost as if gravity itself were drawing you in, Hero.
Ooh.
But you're not sure if gravity is shifted, you're just dizzy. Make a con based defy danger.
E. 1. Where do I? On. State. Partial success.
What is your misfortune tally at?
It's at 3 because we started a new day.
Three orbs of purple energy kind of are vacuumed out of you before you're able to pull your focus back. You lose that misfortune.
All right.
And the crystal kind of glows with a faint violet light.
Do I feel anything having seen this happen with it in my hand?
Yeah, you feel like you have the ability to manipulate that energy. Basically according to Hero's misfortune ability.
Cool.
That could definitely be helpful at a later point in time. Hero, are you okay?
Yes. It was something mystical in the gem. Why?
You looked a little uneasy and then orbs came out of you. And when that happened to Chad Scotch, it was not good. So just wanted
Tell you
to
that.
ensure that we're
I
okay.
definitely felt it.
Orbs. I didn't feel anything.
Maybe it's nothing to worry about then.
Okay.
Strange.
Yeah. Well, let's get it on with.
What are y'all doing?
waiting for Niobe to show us the way.
Has the jungle... I mean, it's been a long time since I've been back here. I've definitely been back and not seen my mother, but it definitely has been multiple decades since I've been here. Has it, kind of taking the first step into the forest, has it changed in any reasonable way as I'd be confused where I was going?
I mean, it's reasonable to suspect that, right? Like the forest is always growing over itself and stuff like that. I think the best way to do this is, and you're gonna love it, is to go and throw a wisdom-based check to
Would we-
navigate the paths of the forest. But I'm gonna give you advantage because it's your home.
Would we have the opportunity to meet any of your... Or will we have any opportunity to meet your sisters? I couldn't do that one.
I mean, my brother the Gorgon, he left also when I did. A couple of my sisters and cousins must be scumming around in this jungle, but they're either completely under the control of my mother and therefore not helpful to us at all and probably be a hindrance, or they just kind of do their own thing similar to mine but like to be a lot closer to the power source than I did. There's only a few of us that got absolutely fed up with her and left, so yes.
Okay,
Not
but
all
we
of
have-
them are as kind as me, but
So
some of
kinda
them
like-
are a lot kinder than me, so like it really is a grab bag. So like you see sort of like the me eating a human and then spitting it out into the garbage can. That's like the baseline. So like, get ready, friends.
So we have a Medusa army to essentially to fight, huh?
No. Army.
Or a brood. We call them a brood.
Yeah,
right?
a brood, sure. Okay.
We should
10.
tread carefully then.
I got a 10 on my wisdom roll.
Oof. Wow.
I think that's the best we've ever rolled.
That is definitely the best I've ever rolled.
You were able to guide people through the forest, around the old places. It doesn't take you long before the marble towers, overgrown with the vines, and the kind of mosaic paved roads come into view. Themselves kind of overgrown with ground covers that maybe some of them hadn't been cut away yet this season. You're coming up the walks, this main avenue that takes you into the town of Azulin. As you kind of see from the distance, there's a overgrown marble gate with wooden, like a wooden palisade style door over it. What do you do as you approach?
I definitely want to see if there's like people out and about, or if it looks relatively abandoned.
There is definitely commotion on the other side, and in fact, you can see what looks like a man up above with a bow and arrow is kind of overlooking and watching the whole place. Are y'all being obvious, or are you trying to be stealthy here?
It's your call, Guy.
I don't know. Because at one point, I knew these people. At another point, I left. And have outwardly spouted hatred about my mother, so I don't know how loyal they are to her or how loyal they are to themselves and their own community. Or how much has changed, because not all of us are immortal. Like, I could not know anybody in this town. So, like, she's definitely thinking about that. If she sneaks into a place that's technically her own home, that's really weird. But also, no one could technically be trusted at this point in time. I look to the group. I don't know. You see her very, very conflicted about what to do.
Maybe we could just test them and see how they feel towards her. You're like, you know, just start conversation, and then if they're like, you know, oh, rah, 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 Medusa, then we kill them.
Okay, I think what Kai is going to do is a quick change, not of form, but into like some of her royal regalia that she holds onto her and hasn't worn in a long time. So she goes into like her golden and forest green robes, dons like gold jewelry and earrings, kind of like quickly puts her snake hair into like a little bit of an updo to make it seem as if like this was her intention to come here and that she's coming with some sort of peace and diplomacy into this place, even if she hasn't been there for a long time.
Because
And then
we're
we'll kind
not,
of walk up to the gate.
and we're not here to like kill her necessarily. Just trying to figure out what's going on with this or with the energy, right?
Yeah, diplomatic mission.
Diplomatic. Why fourth?
Or we can turn into the CIA if it goes badly. So like we have options.
Well,
We're flexible.
If this is a diplomatic mission, where's the ambassador?
Oh, there's no ambassador.
Ah, which one of us should play the ambassador?
Who's the best spoken?
Probably
She looks
not.
to Hero or Skya.
I say hero.
What am I to do? Sorry, I'm feeling a bit. I don't know the word. Dazed?
Maybe not Hero then?
I know I felt empty after I got my orange energy removed from me the first time, and then the second time too. But
What did you want me to do? Maybe I can. I'm sorry. I don't know.
We need a level-headed diplomat to bolster the look and aura of us, this group.
Sure. I can do that.
Great.
maybe you could translate. Wait, do they speak a different language?
I mean, most people here speak Common, speak Reptilian.
Okay.
I can translate worst comes to worst, but if they want to be understood, they will be understood. And they're very, at least my mother's very pompous. She doesn't like to hide what she's doing from people most of the time. I would put your weapons away. Like, I don't know if Hero has his knife arm out or anything, but I would say, like, sheathe your weapons, put them on your shoulder. Make some
Retract.
appearance of...
Chad Squatch retracts.
Chad Squatch,
his
you can't
claws.
put your hands away. But...
He retracts the claws into his hand, Wolverine style.
Gotcha.
I will not appear to be armed.
I just
Amazing.
have a broom.
There you go.
Just don't point it at anybody, and we'll be good.
Would not separate an old man from his broom. Okay. Sweet. So y'all gonna walk up to that gate?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
leading the way.
I'm trailing the end of the line or the group, the back end,
Okay.
the muscle or whatever.
And Kai, you specifically put on some garb of like royalty, basically.
Yeah, kind of just assuming my status again in this place. And to
Okay.
make it appear like I'm not trying to kill my mother. No one does battle in nice jewelry. That's stupid. These are my nice robes.
Okay. Well then, this will be fun. As you step onto the road and start approaching the guard over the gate, kind of walking back and forth and doesn't realize that he missed you until a little bit too late, and like stares over the edge. It is like looks directly at Kai, and
I'll,
then there's like a horn hanging from like a leather strap in like the roof of this little thing. And he just goes up and he starts scrambling for that to probably to blow into it, right? What, someone gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna. I'll like as he's looking at, Niobe, I'll like stand in the way. Like I'll force myself to be in front of her and say, "Hello there."
What are you trying to? Are you trying to hide her?
Yeah, noticing that he is more interested in her than I.
And would Naomi be trying to hide behind Hero?
Not trying to hide, but like definitely if arrows are gonna immediately go off, I don't want to be in front. So I'm not gonna say no to Hero stepping in front of me.
Um. So we have kind of two conflicting intents here, and I need to figure out which one is taking precedent here. And we put on the kind of airs of royalty for here. And at the same time, we have Hero trying to cover that up, maybe. Which one do y'all want to succeed?
Personally speaking, I'd like to see Niobe. See her in her royal gala and be able to, impress
With him
everybody.
looking at me immediately could there's so many times within like a royal court where horns and things can be like, oh, like they're arriving back from home, or they could also be there's a traitor amidst. Like when I saw him looking at me, did I read any like immediate malice in that or anything?
This one's about lore.
God, what is that? Intelligence. Okay, that's okay. I say that now.
Hey,
9.
Nice.
Brandon's pondering, audio listeners.
Pondering.
Yes. The guard is untrained at this, or not untrained, but unpracticed. This doesn't happen very often. That specifically, someone of your position returns. How do you know this? What gives it away? What is the what mistakes does he make?
I mean, I think from when I was within and also kind of looking from the outside, there definitely would have, number one, been more than one guard at the gate. That's incorrect. And then also, I think it wouldn't have been a scramble. He definitely wouldn't have waited that long to notice that somebody was there, and that I think it would have been a lot more than just like a bell or a horn that would signal royalty coming back.
Okay. Well, he dutes that duder, in this like musical tune of but made by someone practiced at making the pattern, but not necessarily skilled at making any kind of musical sense, right? Blows into that horn and yells, Lady Niobe has returned! And then just starts blowing into that horn even more.
Okay, I think we're fine. Be on your toes, but I think we're getting let in the gates, or someone's coming.
The gates are starting to wind open.
Are there any
Okay,
customs
yeah.
that we need to be aware of?
Don't look anybody in the eye. Don't do that. And I mean, you guys don't have bronze on you, so that's already great. Don't put your hands in any holes.
What's the deal on the rabbit stew here?
There's some great stuff in the castle.
yeah.
Generally just be as much in decorum as you can. Don't look anybody in the eyes. Not everyone here is as kind to wear ruby shades as I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I will put my head down, like just looking at my feet as I walk, and then accidentally bump my head into the side of the door as it's continuing to open.
It's just direct eye contact. You can still look up. You're okay.
Oh, okay. And then I'll walk in.
Do robots like get turned into stone? Are you okay like with this whole thing?
I did turn a couple of the things into
Okay,
stone, so I think they
okay.
can be turned.
Sky's just like looking up at this guy.
Did in.
Or the counting the tiles on the ceiling.
You're outside, right? You have
No.
this main gate, and there's like an avenue and town, like a town, like flanking the left and right sides of the road as you go through the gate.
Oh.
All overhung with like these giant jungle trees. All overhung with like these giant jungle trees.
Do we see anyone in the streets? Is it busy or are the
Oh, yeah.
streets bare?
So kind of in reaction to that, people are starting to gather along the sides of the streets. And a woman, another Medusa type person is following behind like a column of guards as they walk up to meet. The guards are kind of in breathable armor, not necessarily like full plate or anything like that you would see in kind of more temperate climates, or even cooler ones. Coming out with iron spears and halberds and whatnot. Medusa following behind is looking at Niobe and smiling. And Niobe, tell us about this cousin.
Oh god. I would say, her name is Sandra. I'm great with naming. You guys knew this. I don't know what you expected from me. I almost said Samuel. I didn't say it.
Samuel Lena.
She's probably an older cousin of mine that I maybe, for the short time that I was within the main area of Zulund, was very kind to me, and I did hang out with a little bit, but didn't have as many qualms with my mother not being the direct daughter of her to have reason enough to leave, and really probably cared about the town a lot more than I ever did.
Yeah, Sandra leads those guards up and says, Niobe, welcome home. We understand that you were summoned.
Yes, summoned. Not the first time. Probably won't be the last, but I'm here. It's so good to see you, Sandra. I'm glad you're doing well.
Well, we are. The town is. I am. Let's see about getting that audience with your mother. And she proceeds to guide you towards a kind of further back, a not massive palace, but a sizable one, squirreled away in where the ground kind of sinks in a little bit. As you're walking that direction, there's an earthquake. Mild one. That's unusual.
Can I turn to Sandra and say, cousin, earthquakes don't really... I don't remember them happening here. Is this normal for you?
It is part of our new normal. The God Queen says that the Dark Earth seeks to overtake us, but that we will withstand it easily.
That's interesting. When did that start?
A few months ago.
Mother's telling fibs. Okay, I feel so rude. I'm so sorry. I've been so overwhelmed here. These are my friends. This is Skya. Very talented. Definitely a lot more spry than their age betrays. Also have my friend Hero, H3R0. And my friend Chad Scotch, who, similar to us, is one with the wild. and
Hello.
nature.
Sandra kind of like looks over your companions. Hello to Niobe's escort. Welcome. Welcome to Zulu.
Does the earthquake happen during this conversation or like before it?
Just before, and it was
Just
just like
before,
a little
okay.
small quakes.
Yeah. Hero would be like on his back. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I fell during the earth tremor. And then I'll get up.
Greetings.
Okay. Y'all are going up towards this palace, and Sandra will lead you right in.
Oh my god, right in.
Sandra,
Can I discern realities real quick on this one? To
What do you
see,
wanna-
I want
huh?
to closely study, see what the situation, what she's bringing us into. Like, are there guards in front of the door, or do we smell something, or any kind of idea to know what's about to happen? I guess.
Or
Check
go
for
ahead,
traps.
go ahead and throw it.
Did it
Yeah. So, why is that? I see a 6 and a 4. Why is that a? Oh,
I don't see it thrown.
what's your roll say above the chat box?
Just I see Niobe's. I don't see mine. Let me
Does
try
it
it
say
again.
public roll right above the chat
Oh.
box?
Yeah, it does.
That's strange.
Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe I need to refresh.
Was it a 10 and a 4? I think it's
It-
coming through late.
I mean, I still haven't
Wow.
seen it.
Yeah, I just saw the dice. Well, what's your add to 10?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just do it as a 10.
Okay,
That is absolutely what you rolled.
so I get 3 questions from this.
You do.
Okay, the first question was going to be, what here is useful or valuable to me?
Okay.
The second is, who's really in control here? Like, I'll be able to discern if Medusa's in control of someone else or been in control of someone else, kind of thing. And then the weakness of. Let's see, how does that one work? I for weakness. So, what here is weak or vulnerable?
Okay.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's start with useful or valuable. And it seems like as you're coming up to the palace, there are some guards outside, just a couple. And behind them, there looks like there's like a locked door that someone's like starting to take some like presumably contraband into. And they're taking like a chest and it like jingles with a metallic sound. So you've got like this door right at the entrance, and it seems to go down into dungeons, like some stairs down. You could see. So you had what was useful or valuable? You had what here has a weakness essentially. What was the second one?
What is about to happen?
Gotcha. You feel like the natural energy here is stronger than any place you've ever been. And that's the smell. You can smell that like
The energy in the air.
is tempered, right? Like it has not been hammered by any will. It has kind of been let go wild. And it is hungry. And even as you are walking by, you can see whether it's plants, like kind of loosely, like in the same way that they might like reach for light in a very slow way, they are reaching for peripheral energy of the crystal that that Niobe's carried. what weakness do we have here?
Yeah.
They seem to be very lax on guards in general.
Noted.
For how vulnerable they feel to you.
Emotionally vulnerable. Got it.
What's anyone else doing? What's Guy up to?
Ooh, thinking about opening that door, trying to the dungeon door,
Mhm.
trying to stop himself from doing that compulsively. Is there a way I could? No, I think he's just gonna try to behave himself. But
All right.
he's definitely looking at that door, like making a plan to go down there before we leave. Like, how can I sneak off whenever people are talking and maybe try to like sneak down in there at some point?
All right.
Stealthy old man.
What's Hero up to?
Hero will be kind of like nodding off a little bit and just kind of walking along, following the group.
Okay. And what is Niobe doing as you are all brought into here? Anything we need to do before y'all are treated to tea and snacks?
She's just definitely mentally preparing herself to see her mother and not immediately scream. I guess she's also just trying to see what has changed since the last time that it's been here. Like, we know about this, like these earthquakes that are different, but would she see a general change in like the population of the town or who is here, versus what she would have been accustomed to or would have expected coming into this area?
Roughly the same, but also it has just almost been uncared for as strictly. Maybe the palace side has like, you know, like a mildew from like rain and humidity kind of going up the sides of it and stuff. Unkept is probably a great way to look at it right now.
Do I see this as just a turn in the way that people see themselves from being here, as like wanting to be more with nature and less about a lot more upkeep and keeping up appearances, or is this something that I could attribute to my mother taking a step away?
Inclination is towards the latter.
Okay.
And so Sandra will lead you in through the front doors of this large marble temple. And there's like a big greeting area, like a lobby, with plush couches, all filled with like, you know, down fluff and incense burning in the middle of like a nice like rosewood style coffee table. Yeah, I shall inform the lady, God Queen, that you are here and ready for your audience. While you only have a few minutes, I can get that tea for you, Naomi. While you all wait, shall I collect some sweets and such?
Yes, that would be great if you could bring us some sandwiches and cake, I think would suit the
And
group.
Rabbit stew?
Stew. If you do have any rabbit stew lying around, I did promise Chad Squash that we would have some. I doubt my mother actually made herself, but to be. Do you happen to have any gasoline or oil around either?
Just like processing like the reasonable requests, and then the final request, she's like, do what? No, we don't.
I didn't think so. Just shot in the dark.
Cake and candy does for me, thanks.
Okay, I think we can work with that at least. She walks off to a kitchen.
As we're entering, can I kind of walk near that, the door on the floor? Not open it, but just kind of visually look at it.
Or, yeah,
See if it's locked, I guess.
it's like Zelda style big boss key locked. That is to say, it has crisscross chains on it and a giant padlock hanging on it.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well.
do you want that door open, sire?
Oh, what
I
door?
can-
I hadn't noticed any door. I just happened to be standing here.
Oh,
Look, we'd better leave it well alone.
Are you trying to be sneaky or stealthy about this at all?
a
I'm
hero will
not,
not be. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. A guard's gonna walk over towards the hero and just say like, can I help you? That's the contraband room.
Oh, sorry. No, we were just interested. It was a big door with a big lock, so
We may mostly keep all kinds of the God Queen and her family do not like bronze very much, and it's all hidden back behind us in those areas down below, as you would well know, being the escort and guards of Niobe.
yes, I ensure that Bronze stays far away from her.
And about that time, Sandra is leading out like a handful of various servants, pulling out like a tray with like a big 3-stack cake on it, and like another one has like probably a wind up pump with like chocolate flowing or something. And he's like, his job as a servant is just to keep that pump going.
Don't mind if I do. Well, Skyr heads over to the cake.
Chad Squatch follows very closely behind.
Yeah, so you've got like these cakes, and you have like this, like all this fruit arrayed around like the chocolate fondue set and stuff like that, like little tiny forks poked into certain pieces of fruit and stuff. Meanwhile, Sandra says, "Oh, no, if you'd come with me, we'll go see your mother now."
Oh, may I come with?
No, help yourself to the chocolate.
I'm already full.
Oh,
I
well,
should accompany her, no? As her escort?
He is the ambassador of his people. I promise he won't say a word. I just feel a lot more protected when I have one of my own people on my side, per se.
So-
You know
so-
how I left this castle.
Sandra nods. Okay. Well then, she looks to your other two friends. I'm sure that they can keep themselves.
Oh no. Robot
Justin,
Chad
your
Squatch.
connection is jank.
I know it's like disconnecting on me and everything.
Hmm.
I went through like a hard drop. I don't even know why.
You're good
Hey,
now.
better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a minute there though, it went completely dead silence. I don't know what's going on. It's Xfinity. Yeah, talk about this later.
Comcast.
Anyway, cake. We love cake.
Cool.
What was the question?
Ultimately, it's like, hey, y'all are. Sandra isn't so much asking as like asserting, like, okay, y'all stay here and eat the sweets and shit.
Hmm.
You could definitely bribe me with food. Chad Scott says jokingly.
Yeah, and I mentioned like there's like various pieces of like fruit with like tiny forks smashed into them, stuff like that. Anyways, Sandra's like, okay, 2 of you with me.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I will follow.
Guy or Chad Scotch, what are y'all actually doing?
What do you think? We should probably sneak off, right? But we like food.
Hmm. Well, as
Like
much
both of
as
us are gluttons for food.
Sky's like mid bite, like, well, as much as I would like to eat this whole cake, I think we better stick with Niobe.
Okay, and then Chad Squatch shovels a little bit of the cake into his pouch, which has the remains of that one dude, the mushrooms, and the figs in it.
Yeah, this guy's gonna do the same. Like, just basically take a plate
to
and
go.
throw it. Yeah, to go plate into one of
It's
his
almost like
satchels.
D&D Scooby Doo,
Yeah,
like a Shaggy and Scooby situation.
Right?
So
Like
Uh-huh.
Steyer?
Y'all are heading up. Sandra looks back and is like, "Oh, so you've decided to join? Okay." You're kind of going up. This whole area is just kind of musty and humid. Um, you go up like a tower, and there's like a circular flight of stairs, and at the very top of it, it kind of opens up into a flat area. No door or anything like that transitioning, and she like rings a bell that's hanging on like the top of the stairs. And as it dings, she's like, "Godwin, we have come with visitors. Your daughter Naomi and her entourage." And there's like almost no sound as around from like a corner, a very tall, probably 8 foot tall Medusa figure of you know, snakes for hair in like a white gown with like gold trim and all of that sort of stuff around the corner. You're in this opulent bedchamber slash like working room. It's definitely like a royal suite, as it were, with couches. Looks like there's maybe like a bed off to the side, a bathroom type area off to the other side. Finally, you have answered my summons. Maybe at that exact moment, your compulsion ends.
Okay, then I don't bow. I kind of just look directly at her and say, Mother.
I told you I was going to need your help, and I'm so glad you and she kind of frowns and look back. You and your companions make it here.
Hello.
Chandra, surely you could have offered them some food, sweets, and refreshments, and
Oh, I brought it to go. Shows the bag.
is that she like tries to smile? Oh, okay. Well then. If you will, don't make a mess of things. And she starts to like walk on. Naomi, you will. We have much to discuss. And she starts to like walk out onto a balcony.
I'll follow her and kind of look at the group to kind of just stay near but not
Okay.
follow.
Okay.
Chad
Directly
Squatch goes
onto the
by the
balcony.
door and leans against the wall by the door.
Okay.
Are there any other doors?
There's not a whole lot of doors in this room. It's kind of all open with like allowing breeze to come in with nets. Some nets over like the
Lean
balconies
against
and
the
stuff.
column then.
Okay.
Is there enough column for Skyer as well?
Oh, for sure. There's mini columns too.
Sweet. You want to get one of the little ones, or you want to get the one with me?
I'll get next to you.
Is there a roll I can make to see if I pick up on the social cue that Naomi's trying to give?
We can make it whatever you want. We could just make it a fortune roll where we flip a coin.
I think a discern realities roll sounds about right.
Yeah, throw it.
6. I don't.
Heyo.
Oh,
Should I mark XP for this? Or no?
You absolutely should.
Okay. I will attempt to follow. Just not even recognizing that she wants us to stay behind.
So Sandra left already with us with
Sandra's
Medusa.
like hovering in here, unsure really of what she should do because she's already fucked up in allowing like nameless guests to arrive.
Hero, why don't you stay here while I go talk to my mother really quick?
But why am I not a part of your group?
Oh, you absolutely are, but there are some conversations only a mother and a daughter can have, and while I do really appreciate your company and all that you have done for me, there's some things that are better said outside the earshot of strangers to this court.
Well, wouldn't more people hear you out on the balcony rather than inside here? Maybe we should go outside. How's that sound? And I'll like look to her mom.
She looks back. Make a defy danger con.
Oh my god.
12. 12. The duality of man.
Thank fucking God. That could have been
Nice.
so bad.
The dice are not acting normal today.
The dice are telling stories, is what the dice are doing.
Uh,
Right.
Yeah, so Hero, you start to glow with like golden energy.
Do I feel better? Worse?
You feel the same.
Oh.
It's just
okay.
the protection of the savior energy, like shielding you from this.
Does she notice this?
She does. She's like, Ruby, have you brought another of the divinities with you?
No. Although we have met a couple along the way. As I said, we have much to talk
She
What's a divinity?
come with us too. And she is charmed and just invites Hero to come to the balcony as well.
Oh, thank you. And I'll step on out.
The reason I had called you back is an attempt to consolidate our power. There's changes in the world. How have your travels been? Maybe you've noticed things.
I've definitely noticed some things. Yeah, those funny earthquakes that you said were just... What? The dark earth trying to take things back, but we will resist? You know that's the biggest load of garbage I've ever heard, right?
I mean... Okay, what do you think they are? She looks at you, amused.
I know exactly what they bloody were. We fought like 100 of them. The stupid bloody savior cycle that fell apart because you, for number one, weren't a part of it in the first place. And now that it's affecting your bloody territory, now you want to consolidate powers. Nice of you to reach out, Mom. How long has it been? 50 years? Great to see you.
Pleasure as well. Now look. It's like, you misunderstand much. When we took that power, we took it to wrest control of a wild and untamed land. Now, the power dynamics have shifted. All the other old farts are dying or pinned up to walls somewhere. And
I'll let you know that we let quite a bit of them free and they're no longer chained or whatever the bloody hell you just said. Old and dying.
oh,
That a threat to you?
not to me. And she like her lips curl into like a devious smile. So then, the old man in the mountain. Have you met him?
Jables?
Ah, Jables. Interesting. Interesting. Well then, we have other guests in town from the north. I was going to introduce you, but maybe that's
You
a
let them in.
yes.
And why would you do that?
Well, as she like looks around to your cousin and back to you, like I said, consolidate power.
consolidating power is not giving more power to the people that are draining it.
No, it just means I
From
stopped
us.
funding other people's protection with my own power. We have taken back what is ours from those we had lent it to. This cycle, and she like looks to Hero,
Hero will be like looking off in the distance. Oh, a bird. And just look at the
is
bird.
over. This is the beginning of a new paradigm.
I don't think so.
What are you doing?
I definitely take like a step into her space
Oh,
and say, I have a very strong vested interest in that power being shared again, and definitely not in the hands of your so-called company in town.
oh, I'm sorry that our interests don't align. And she like looks at you. And you feel that basically energy is starting to flow from you to her.
Can I take out the gem?
You can.
I would stop that if I were you.
I mean, the gem starts to glow a bit with her attention, and the effect neutralizes. And she's like, "What have you brought? What is that?"
That's for me to know and for you to find out if you don't get rid of our little guests in town. And that is not my companions.
Throw parlay here. You do have leverage here, right? So I mean, it's pretty clear, like what you're saying. You'll, yeah.
Finally, we
Yeah.
have leverage in that role.
So, am I just rolling charisma?
Yep.
Okay, I get a plus
Plus any
one
of
to
your other
this.
fun stuff. Yeah.
I get a +1 to this. It's not to fight danger, so. A 12.
Heyo.
That's a 12.
Nice.
She seems flustered, impressed. Okay. Okay, fine. Well, do you want me to just send them away?
No, I'd rather they die here.
Okay. Sandra, would you call for our guest from the north? Sandra's like confused. Okay. He kind of walks down and away. What are y'all doing in that meantime? Just like this awkward stare off.
Oh, I'm not moving. I'm just staring at her, kind of with a smile on my face.
Okay.
Because I've never been able to do this to her, and it feels really good to stand up to her.
It's very therapeutic, you know?
I'll like poke my head behind Niobe as they're staring at each other and say, Miss, is it Azuland?
Medusa.
Medusa, Miss Medusa. You're actually quite nice.
Oh,
Niobe laughs at that.
charmed as well. This is looking at this. Maybe it is a polite and powerful bunch you have joined here.
Perhaps.
Out of all the places we visited, I've never seen one as nice as this. And then I'll like look down, see if there's people on the streets, wave to them.
Yeah, you can actually see an entourage of like people in like tunics that are like sand colored and stuff being led into the building.
How many of them are there?
4.
Oh,
Are there any more of the things that look like Hero, or no?
No, there are none.
Okay.
They'll kind of start rounding up the stairs. You can hear them coming up.
what do you like to do for fun, Miss Medusa?
Oh, I'm rather a glutton myself.
Oh,
I
yes.
enjoy seeing what my guests and servants can bring me.
Oh, I know a
And
big glutton. His name is Skyer, actually. He really enjoys sweets. Thanks for the cake, by the way.
It is my pleasure, she says, as like the others like start to get to the top. Sandra's like, yeah, I would have offered them more treats, but it looks like everything downstairs was gone. Shall I get some more? And Medusa is very quickly like, no, that won't be necessary. And everyone kind of looks a little surprised. And Medusa looks to the three of them. Now, or the four of them. Yes, my daughter here has decided that, well, that we should end our social engagement and that you should be here no longer. They're looking kind of scared, and so she's like, now, if you would, please stand perfectly still so that we may devour you. And with that, there's like a magical energy in the words as the four of them kind of snap to attention and just kind of freeze in place. But don't turn to stone.
Can I look at them?
They're just frozen in place. You can see terror in their eyes as they seem to not have the ability to move their muscles.
Who are these people?
Visitors from the north.
Oh, are you all from the mountains?
Further north, Medusa says with a smile. And then, daughter, shall we eat? And she turns into a massive snake.
I'd
Can we
love to,
hear it?
Mother. I also turn into a snake.
Then they will sit there and allow you to devour them.
I look to Skyr and Chad Squatch. What do you think of this?
I'm a little terrified myself. I'm not. This
Well,
one
we're-
snake is bad, but two snakes? Ugh.
Well, we're kind of on the other side of the room, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
so
outside on the pillars
like-
or whatever.
probably Sky's like wincing, like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
That's
you
good.
definitely see like the anaconda style, like this full person like moving through like the body of like Medusa.
terrifying.
She just stays in that serpentine form. And yes, did you have something to say, hero? The snake says mouthlessly.
I just haven't seen this before. Naomi hasn't devoured anyone whole, in a while.
Yeah.
I don't know when she cut up people. Skinned 'em.
Yeah, normally it's in bits and pieces, but never whole. So, apologies. I take back what I said about you being nice.
Okay.
Being nice never gets you what you want.
Well, I'm glad you have clarified your mistakes. Now then. She goes and then reverts back to her human form. No indication of blood or anything like that on her whatsoever. Now then, I do believe you were in the middle of making threats, my daughter. What would you have me do?
Stop being yourself for one would be great, but can't change nature.
When you change into the snake, what happens to your equipment?
Happened to my what?
Equipment?
It melds into my snake body.
Okay, she's like,
That's what it specifically states.
yeah, she's gonna look at you. Well, I don't think you have the capability to transform at will, or at least you didn't before. So I will devour your friends, and then you, I think. She looks over to Skyer.
You would do that to your own daughter. How rude. And are we like about to fight?
It really depends on kind of how. Kai, are you gonna try and transform back?
Oh God.
But she just left frog form, you know?
I'm no longer a frog because I took a long rest.
Yes.
Because that would have been embarrassing to go to my mother with frog eyes. I really need to think about this. I need at least a 7.
No, 7 is the most commonly rolled number of 2 dice.
Not for me, it's a 4.
What kind of check
Um,
is changing back?
Con.
Con.
Oh, I have a +1 to con. So I need a 6 on the dice. I feel like I have to try. And if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to attack my mother. Essentially. Because I brought them here and I knew I was putting them in danger, but I didn't want this to happen.
That is how I attacked my mother.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
God.
7.
Just got enough.
What?
Just got enough.
Thank fucking God.
Nice.
I'll
Actually
retain
telling
a
such a
snake-like
story
creature
tonight.
Uh-huh.
to just kind of didn't fully disprove my mom that I can't like change form at will. I'll definitely keep like scales on my face and a forked tongue.
Okay.
But I'll be back generally in my form and say, "What was that, mother?"
Oh, I was talking about how it was so great to dine with you.
Was that it?
There's like fear, nervousness in her voice, clearly, right? The crystal senses it. Do you want to absorb her?
Is there a way for me to like not take everything, but take enough for her to be deeply afraid? I don't know if I have any control over that, but I do want to take something from her.
What do you want to take specifically?
It's less of like, she's not in snake form right now, but I feel like I just want to take enough so that she no longer has whatever hold she has over this place. Because something is wrong, and she's definitely been not taking care of things as they should.
There is
and-
definitely an energy source here that is piping energy to her, much like all the other locations, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to redirect that energy somewhere?
Yeah.
You can basically use this crystal to absorb that focus, I think is the way I'll word that.
I will absolutely do that.
Okay.
If I die, sorry guys. This is me delving into the well, but in a much more direct way.
Yeah, so using that crystal is like a focus to just everything magical in the area. You can see, like, the more you hold it as you focus around, you can just see less with like light and more of like energy and kind of the ether of the area. You see that at the base of this tower is where that power source is. It hasn't been corrupted or tampered with at all, and it is siphoning power from the world itself to pipe directly into its focus. And that focus is almost like an etheric like effect that is on her. You're going to move that, what you're saying is you want to transition that from being there to being within you. Roll plus intellect to manipulate the ether here.
Okay. +0. Okay. No, I don't have anything fun I can do. 3?
Oh,
Oh. I get a misfortune.
The purple violet energy that had filled the crystal like shoots into the ground. You are able to move the focus so that it is no longer on the one known as Medusa, and instead siphons into the air. As you're bringing it to yourself, though, the ground quakes, throwing everything into disarray, dropping the crystal from your hands where it as it falls to the ground and shatters. The energy, no longer fixated on anything in general, just the last parting glimpses you get as it shatters on the ground is the circle dissipating, shutting off entirely, and the energy just going back into the ground.
Shoot,
Medusa shrinks down to a still tall 6.5 foot. Stares at you, wailing, "What have you done?"
I think we needed that crystal.
Maybe. But we don't have it anymore. So, you, Mother,
You will all freeze and surrender right now. Everyone go ahead and throw some Defy Danger wisdom here to resist this mental compulsion.
Ooh, 7 from me.
It's like a 7 from Justin.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was my 7. Oh, I had a 8, I guess.
Oh, my bad, an 8. No, that's Guy.
Oh.
4.
I get a misfortune point. Feeling better. Give it up, Niobe.
It's your misfortune.
You're welcome.
None of my own.
Just feeding off power from her.
The power is mostly gone from her voice, but just enough of it remains to sway mortal minds. Maybe you're frozen in place. Gyre, Chad Squatch,
Did you?
Zero, what do y'all do?
Did I actually roll? Because I don't see my roll.
Yours are the blue dice, right?
I think the blue
No,
dice
mine
are.
is the-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. So what do I need
Just
to
roll
choose?
2d6 real quick.
Okay.
/ roll 2d6.
Ooh.
11.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Somehow, I feel like it's always your dice that somehow get the fucking breakage
The animation.
I
Yeah.
set it up
of
that
the
way.
die.
I have the ADD and I play with settings.
Yeah. Roll formula is 2d6.
Another one?
Let's see, hold on. I should roll this other real quick. Does this work? Yeah, so that just works. Whatever.
Yeah.
By the way, you are also not compelled. Now, that said, Hero and Skyer did have a mild success. While you feel this happening, you can act freely. You just... You have a feeling that if you were to act in a hostile way towards Medusa, you might take some damage. Chescott, what do you do?
So we are actively engaged in combat now. It's not like we're around the corner, we hear the fight, and we are in it, like Sire and I.
She's yelling at you and using mind powers.
Oh, she's yelling at me. Okay, well, I say bring it. I would like to do the what are you waiting for thing to challenge her.
Okay,
So she focuses on me and no one else.
throw it.
8 plus 9. Partial success. Oh, does
Say
she
that
have
the-
minions?
She does not have any minions, so I'll say the partial success here is she meets your gaze. And you immediately have to deal with her first attack. As she gazes, and you start to feel yourself stiffen.
Oh.
Petrification starting to take hold. Resist it with Defy Danger Con.
Okay, I've not done that one. What is Defy Danger? Oh, no, I have. Sorry.
You good.
Con. Got it. 11.
Yeah, you've
With the
resisted
full
that ability
animation.
as well. So yeah, she is focused on you, and she is frustrated that her powers don't seem to work at all. Geyer, what are you doing?
I'm gonna jump on my broom and try to fly over to Niobe quickly to cover the distance as fast as I can.
Okay.
And try to jostle her as I'm flying towards her in order to snap her out of her paralysis.
So you're just gonna like fly into her, kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
Throw the broom ability.
Okay.
I think that's
Just
what.
Throw the
you know.
boom.
Well, don't throw the dice for the broom ability. Ooh, I didn't get dice for you that time. Oh, there it is. Took a second. 7.
7.
Choose 2.
A threat is waiting for me when I get there. I think that's obvious. And my landing is better described as a crash.
Okay. So yeah, you like bump into her and just roll off the thing directly into Medusa's feet. But the thud is enough to give Niobe another chance to defy danger here.
Divided danger what again?
Wisdom.
9.
It'll snap you out of it, but you can't You can't take a hostile action against Medusa.
Okay.
Medusa is going to gaze down at Skaya. And her fingers turn into these like large claws. She's going to try and just take a straight down like swing at you.
Can I try and interfere? Or,
Like a defend?
yeah.
Throw it.
6?
I am full. Back on my 3.
So as both of you are hit by this attack. Well,
Oh
no.
no!
Skyer still gets that defy danger dex.
Scared for my life.
Mhm.
Oh no, I did defend on accident. That comes through?
Yeah, fortunately.
Ooh.
I like how my defend was better.
Yeah.
Mm.
So first off, y'all are both gonna take 1d12 damage, which comes out as a 2 on the dice. So, hey,
Ooh.
good things happen.
Good things happen.
Make sure y'all marked the XP for some of the various failures that have happened, and I think Hero's got some misfortune.
I do.
Let's see. Yeah, she's going to strike down, hitting Niobe off to the side, grabbing Skyer by the throat. Her mouth starts to elongate. Hero, what are you doing?
Oh. Hero will begin to wake up a little bit, whether it be adrenaline or some new misfortune running through his veins. And I would like to attempt a grim foreboding. This is a new thing I have that I got recently. And I would like to... I see the damage to the crystal, right? This like kind of energy is pulsating on the ground. I see the ley lines. Can I go towards it and attempt to control it like as if I were the gem?
Ooh, I'd say it's fleeting. So you have this one singular opportunity to try and harness that power and do something with it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to harness it to forebode her grim demise, and depending on how this goes, will depend on how I tell her this. But yeah, what do I roll?
When you reach into the ley lines and try to assert your will on it, go ahead and throw plus wisdom.
Alrighty. Oh, that's not very good. I will mark XP for that.
Mm.
Rolling pretty poorly today.
Yep. The earth quakes again as the tower starts sinking into the ground.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Miss Medusa, you will go down into the earth like this tower will soon.
She's like looking around kind of in terror, her like jaw elongated, and it's still like somehow growing. And it's just terror. You can tell she's scared. She's gonna take that, try and get a bite out of Skyer now. And Skyer, are you gonna try and break free?
No. I'm going to cast witchcraft,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to take control of her bones.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, that's gotta count for something. 10.
Yeah. I don't know. Did I just break the spell? I'm not sure. Or if I was supposed to do that on an inanimate object. Or can I use that offensively? I'm not really sure.
Absolutely use this offensively. You can absolutely do
Okay.
what you described doing. I would say like pick two that you think are actually applicable. I think bullet 2 and 4 are probably the easiest ones.
Yeah, let's go with that. It has strange and unwanted side effects, and it drains my energy, giving me a -1 forward.
What do you
But-
command her bones to do?
Fly apart in every different direction.
Looking up the Wikipedia for snake skeletons.
It's like one big, massive rib cage.
Yeah.
But is she in a snake form right now?
Oh. Just trying
She's
to
not.
find if there's some like sweet trivia type things I can have her bones explode and do. Go ahead and roll your damage for Skyer.
Okay. Oh, I think his regular damage is pretty weak. Oh well. Let's see.
It's a 1 for the podcast listeners.
Thank you.
1 on the D4 as the jaw kind of cracks and hangs limp on her face. But that was a 10, so you get control. You couldn't make them explode out like a frag grenade or something like that, a meat frag grenade. But definitely her bones are kind of crunching on the inside.
Okay, I'll take that.
Nabu, what are you doing?
So I still can't do harm to her, right? Or will I just take damage?
You'll take damage.
I'll take damage. I'm gonna bite her
Okay.
with my hair and my mouth.
Okay, let's see.
So
Slash? Or do you have a special
yeah.
link?
no, it's just an additional thing. So I do plus 1d4 damage if my hair can touch the target.
Oh boy.
So that's a d10 plus a d4 if I hit.
Oh, hell
11?
yeah.
Does an 11 hit?
Yes, it does.
Barely.
And at your option, you may choose to do an extra d6 damage, but you expose yourself to the enemy's attack.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So I think that's your damage plus a d6 plus a d4.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's 10
Nice.
plus 2
Neat.
plus
Uh-huh.
Oh,
6, 18 damage.
Nice.
How how does she die?
Yeah.
What?
I would love her to die with me just her daughter staring over her and ripping her throat out. And kind of like my snakes also like peeling off the skin of her face.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically how it goes down.
How does
this-
the cousin react if she's still
Yeah,
here?
I'm very curious.
She's
how it
gazing
goes.
on like in terror at the moment, and between Niobe and Hero, she's terrified. She's gone. She runs, right? Runs away screaming.
Oh, goodbye. Everyone, the tower's about to fall. I don't know what I did, but
The tower's now sinking into the ground.
yes, it seems that our elevation is getting lower and lower. I think we ought to leave.
Does anything happen once my mother dies? Like, because we haven't really seen any of the other gods die because we saved them.
Metal Lovely here, you ungodded her, and then killed the mortal person.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I didn't come in here wanting to kill her at all, but clearly she's horrible, you know?
We tried the diplomatic approach.
Yeah. Definitely tried the diplomatic approach. Do we still have access to like the area where there was the contraband and stuff? And like I didn't know if that was connected to the tower or like
Basement structure underneath the tower, right?
okay.
We'd have to dig through some rubble to find it.
It's still
Is it
attached. It's
crumbling
kind of-
or is it just falling into the earth?
the earth is swallowing the structure. It's still connected because it's still like a bricked in basement area.
Can I do a defy danger and try to open that place while this place is sinking?
You don't even need to roll defy danger. What you will do is as you come down the stairs to get into that area, like Zandra is off to the side, just like huddled down. The front doors wide open as the earth just shoots by.
Okay, Chad Squatch ends up grabbing Sandra, throwing her on her back, and then hightailing it out of there, right? Is that what I just heard?
No. Like the tower structure. So the structure of the tower, right? You have this like basement foundation thing that everything's sat on top of, and it builds up from that. This whole thing, the ground level, is about to pass the balcony in the top of the tower. Am I being unclear here as to what is happening?
It is clear. Hero will jump out of the balcony when it is an appropriate height for him to land on the ground.
Sweet. What is
Can
everyone
I
else
grab
doing?
Sandra before I also do the same thing? Because I kind of like her.
Well, it sounds like Chad Squatch already did that.
Okay, you throw her out of the balcony, or are you grabbing her?
I'm probably going to jump out with her.
Okay, great. Then I will also jump out.
Guy?
Getting on my broom.
You don't have to jump.
Yeah. I'm just gonna jump up.
Yeah, you're able to fly out. All of y'all are able to escape it easily as the earth swallows Medusa's tower, leaving no trace of it behind. Grass completely growing over it, no stone or anything like that. The rest of the town is still there, but that tower is gone.
And everyone in it?
Yes.
And all the food?
There's cake elsewhere.
Is there cake by the ocean?
I'm assuming so. Probably have a sand cake or something.
Ooh.
Sandra is in tears. Like, what have you done?
Hold on, we're talking about sand cake. We'll get back to that.
No, Sandra, what do you think happened here?
She's gone. You've killed her.
She was ciphering energy from the town, its people, the natural energy for herself and her own selfish means. And I've simply returned it to the earth. She was in the way of my mission, she was in the way of all of us living our best lives, and she has been dealt with. Did you enjoy your life as a slave, Sandra? Just because you had all the bells and whistles doesn't mean you weren't a slave.
She's just completely processing kind of what's happening right now. And as this is happening, the trees grow taller.
Was there anyone in control prior to Miss Medusa?
Asking.
I'm just asking Niobe, or even the weeping cousin here. Because Greenland there's Greenland, but then in the Golden Mountains there's Jables, but in Zuland has it always been Miss Medusa, or was there anyone prior?
I was never told of anyone prior, but one could assume that because the energy was coming from the earth itself, that she was merely someone siphoning power for herself. Who really knows?
So are you the new queen?
God fucking no.
Queen
Absolutely
Niobe
not.
of Zuland?
I don't believe in monarchies.
I like that.
Well, what is to happen to this place? The trees seem to be getting taller.
Someone should probably tell the town that she's gone.
I mean, the townspeople are all starting to come out of their houses and stuff and just look back and like, what is happening? Oh no.
Don't be alarmed.
Yes, everything is all right. Miss Medusa is just dead. That is all.
Y'all are free!
Yes, do as you wish. Just don't hurt anyone.
Yeah, always that rule.
Mm-hmm.
What is the general reaction of the town after Hero just says, she's just dead?
They are the terror, right? You went to some small podunk town and killed their god. And they don't know what to do with that information. Because clearly they can't hurt you. So they're like, the terror. Some of them retreat back in. What do you mean? And like an elder like comes out, a woman. Says, what do you mean Medusa is dead? That's not possible. You can't just kill a divinity.
Well, when you take a divinity's power away first and then kill their mortal being, they can have a god death.
Didn't she call me a divinity?
She was just confused because she was upset that her powers weren't working on you. But also, I think you might have some sparkle in you yourself, Hero.
Oh, thanks.
But yes, Medusa's gone. Sorry, you're gonna have to find someone else to believe in. But you can also believe in yourselves and build something better. Clearly, the nature surrounding us is returning to its natural state. Look at the beauty of these trees and the vines and the nature surrounding.
The earth quakes as you say that. As a loop of giant earthworm loops over the ground and back in.
Oh, hello, friend.
I think that's a
I think
different
that is your.
one.
Oh.
Is it a different one or is it the same one?
Different.
Oh, sorry. They just all look the same. I shouldn't have assumed.
This is one peaceful.
You hear what sounds like the cracking of stone underground.
I don't take it as such.
Do y'all want to make camp here and we can start to close out this session?
Yeah, this would be a good place.
Let's do that.
I don't know if it would be a good place to make camp.
I can't think about earthworms right now.
Where does it sound like it's gnawing at?
It's
Is it
It's just-
sounding?
it's devouring the tower. The tower.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it is just getting the tower is all. I guess. Can you talk to it, Niobe?
Am I close enough to talk to it?
Sure, we'll say yes. Do you want to speak out loud?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, hey, buddy. I hope
What
the
is-
tower didn't disturb you. That was an unintended thing.
Like there's like some cracking, and the head of the worm like emerges from the ground. Like, thank you for returning this to us.
The tower?
And its power. We shall return it, devour it, feast on it, and these lands will once again become ours.
Okay. There's also people here that are very peaceful and won't disturb you if that's amenable. They helped give the tower back.
Not feast on them today. We can wait.
Can I get like a little promise?
We promise that we will wait until they put themselves in the ground.
That is very agreeable. I will tell them this information.
What does it look like when you talk to a worm?
I think it's just
Which
rumbling
end are you
noises.
talking to? Are you sure you're talking to the head?
That's very true. No, I think it's just like grumbling noises.
Hero, what were you saying?
I was just gonna ask Niobe. Are they good? I couldn't tell with your grumbling. It was just all.
Oh,
gurgly.
yes. They are very grateful that we returned the tower to them because it was stolen. So that
Oh.
clearly means she wasn't that great of a person. In that also they will be at peace with Zuland and its people and will only feast upon those that put themselves in the ground. So like, don't bury your friends alive. Maybe don't go digging any tunnels. You can bury the dead because as we will intend to return back to the earth and give our natures back to those that can receive it in a further life. So,
Did you?
sound great?
The people are like not less terrified. And the elder's like looking around like, it sounds like we should relocate. I hear there's a big city to the southeast.
Not quite anymore. We're working
Well-
on it.
we don't know
Did you all
the.
destroy that too?
No, that was destroyed before.
Yeah,
I knew any of
Some-
them.
To be fair, we haven't been in quite some time, so we don't know the current state of things. But I'm sure your new gods. What were their names, Niobe?
The new gods.
Well, I assume the worm people were.
Oh, not everything is a god.
Well,
Are
why
you a
Some
god?
people are just being. No, I'm not a god.
Well, can we
I
ask?
mean, when you kill a god, do you become a god?
Well,
No.
technically, she was no longer a deity after you.
Oh.
Yes, so.
Where does her godhood go?
Big camp, y'all.
Oh, Chad Squatch dusts himself off, and his silver and white hair reveals he just was really brown because of all the dirt and whatnot, but he just kind of does the dog shaky thing, and then his gorgeous silver and white hair shows and reveals itself. Where would y'all like to go after this? And then kind of cut it, I guess.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Just as a high level, what do y'all do from here?
I don't know. I don't know if we figured that out quite yet.
I didn't mean for this to end with her dead. I'm not gonna lie. That was not at all my intention. But she's dead. She tried to kill me and my friends, so
Yes, it
get
was.
what you get and you don't get upset.
It was self-defense.
Exactly. All those 3s and 4s I rolled really put me in a situation where I had to defend myself.
So
You kind of wanted to kill her a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, definitely a little bit.
The citizens of
know.
Zuland are moving to Corsten, it sounded like.
Oh, I thought they were meant the city of the savior.
Oh, okay.
Conversation
Oh, yeah.
functionally is the same either way.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the southeast.
As a group, I kind of feel like we should be on our way to the Serpent's Pass, I guess.
Yeah, check out the city. See what's
Yeah, we
happening
could
there.
check out the
Yeah.
city, spend it,
Maybe
go
we
there.
can take your people, Niobe.
Yeah, as like pilgrims.
And your apartment people, and Mrs. What's her name?
Mrs. Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do think we need to see what state the city's in. It's been a while.
All right. Let's rest up here then and go through everyone's flags. Hero, we'll start with you.
My flags. I guess not again would be tagged here to sacrifice to keep someone or something you care about from being harmed by your powers. So maybe
Yeah,
trying to protect Niobe here.
sure,
Got all that? I'll take it.
Chat Squatch.
Okay, skew of the conventional world. Let me see. I put a note of it. Shows pocket food to Queen, to the Medusa.
Oh, it's some like mashed cake. Yeah, for sure.
Mashed cake, the remains of a person, some what is it? Figs and mushrooms, magic
yeah,
mushrooms.
take that XP. Oh,
And then glutton for food, obviously. Like me and Sky were all about the cakes
Yes.
and just
yeah, I
our
definitely
buffeting
should
it
have
up.
poisoned you. It's my
Yeah.
bad.
I really thought it was gonna happen. I was like, is this some fairy shit where they're not gonna be able to leave? Are they gonna get poisoned? Is it gonna be Alice in Wonderland? Are they gonna turn tiny? I had no idea what was gonna happen.
We haven't gotten stuck with cursed stuff yet.
Sky.
I have for my flag, uncover a secret and keep it secret. I don't
Try it.
know. I don't
You
know.
really wanted to go in
Yeah,
there, but you didn't.
I had plans, and same with my curiosity takes risks for answers. A lot of that, both of those things would revolve around that door, but I just didn't get a chance, and I didn't want to like ruin the moment. You know, we finally got to Medusa, and I didn't want to be the
No,
one
I think
to be like,
ruining the moment is why you get the XP for it. Ruiner of moments is an XP reward.
that's true. Well,
Yeah, I think even going over to the door when you just were like, clearly, number one, they didn't want you to follow, and then number two, you go up to the door and like immediately looking at a locked thing, and the guards are being like, "What are you doing? Get away from that!" It's very
Yes.
funny.
that's true. Did that count for me?
Sure, I'll let it count.
Okay.
That's some big Milo vibes with that.
yeah.
Glutton as well for the
Yeah.
all of the sweets. Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Nairobi.
Okay. My drive of ruthless, do what needs to be done when to do so is monstrous. I think that hits for both eating the people and ripping my mom's face off. And then no mercy or ruthless, even though a more compassionate option exists. I definitely didn't need to rip a face off, but I did it anyways because I wanted to. Envious, I don't really think I hit because it was about me in the first place, so I don't think that really counts. But I would
Yeah.
say maybe the other two.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. And I mean, it's even cost you to the point that like Xander's like not sure that like you are a monster to her. So I think that is clearly all. Yeah, I think that's well done, everyone. I didn't see it going this way, but hey, we confronted Medusa. Well, let's start outros here. Sounds like we might be heading to the far southeast. That'll be fun. I'm curious as to which way we'll go about getting there. But we'll find out next week on, what's the name?
Raven's Realm Tabletop Podcast, or whatever we go by now. What is it now?
Ravenswell.
Raven's Realm.
Sweet. All right, I'll see y'all next week on the Savior Cycle. I've been your storyteller, Brandon Tomlinson. You can find me on all the various socials at the BWT. Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. I was playing Skyr Woodfellow. You can follow me on Twitter at Ravens Realm Pod.
Ryan.
Hi, I am Ryan, and you can find me at twitch.tv/ballandrye.
Justin.
Hey, okay. You could find the music that we wrote, or I wrote on the episode, is at the beginning and usually at the end or something. But that's all mine. You could go see it at bandlab.com/mixsushi3. And then on top of that, I am also working on an EP. And there's been some pretty cool developments with it lately. I am now up to 4 songs. I'm looking to make 2, maybe 3 more, and I've got 4 finished songs. And then I showed it to one of my friends, and they're looking to sign. It's pretty cool, a whole little process.
We need to figure out how to get that red diamond emote into Twitch. Kai?
Oh.
Hi, I'm Kai. I play Niobe, the now motherless daughter of Medusa. If you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at Kitcher with 2 Ds. That's KICHIDD on Twitter.
Wait, we got any business announcements to make, Chris?
Not this week. Just join our Discord, subscribe, smash the like button, review us on Apple Podcasts. That
All right,
helps.
y'all. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.